Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video, as you can tell by the title. And now on your screens, we're heading into the legendary GT Goku event. I've decided to switch it up a little bit. We're switching up. We've done so many ESBR and SBR runs. We're now going into the GT Goku event, and we're going to be using my boy, Super Saiyan Xeno Vegeta in the GT Goku event, which I've said this before, even before I was considering like not taking the GT Xeno Goku and Vegeta into ESBR. Like I already said, when it comes to Goku event, GT Goku event, the longer, more drawn out events where the battles aren't resetting, you know, you have continuous, one continuous changing phase, essentially. The two Xeno GT Super Saiyan, not GT, definitely not. The two Super Saiyan Xeno units, they're just gonna shine. They're gonna shine. The only thing that, I don't want to say lets them down, but the only kind of downside to these two units will be for the fact, even though they do stack, they greatly raise attack and defense on Super, which is great. You know, getting that attack and defense up quicker every single turn by 50%, which is really nice. Like really, really nice, by the way. I'm not knocking that. But the only kind of, as I said, kind of downside, you know, to these units is they're still not, even with my Vegeta being rainbowed, which mine is rainbowed, my Goku is 55%. The only downside is that they're still not going to be putting out like ridiculous numbers. They'll get to like, especially if you can stall for long enough to raise their attack and defense up to like ridiculous amounts. They could put out some decent numbers, some pretty decent numbers. I don't doubt that. Like some respectable numbers given the caliber of unit there are, or they are. But in terms of, you know, even with the stacking, there's only so much you can stall before you kind of automatically and simultaneously progress through the Goku event. So while they are both going to be really good here, and really of all units to Super, you choose him. I mean, 94k isn't that bad. I mean, we're still early doors, but still, you choose to super attack him while I'm building him up. Just, of course. The numbers aren't going to be insane. That's the only thing, that kind of downside, if you will, to these two units. Their damage output isn't going to be insane. In terms of the actual attack stat, we could probably get them up to a decent mark. You know, by the time we probably get to, if I had to kind of make a prediction, by the time we get to the, the full power SSJ4 phase of this event, I could easily see Vegeta being on probably about a 2.5 million attack stat minimum, which is very good. It is very good. The only thing is, in terms of the actual damage, the raw damage that he's actually inflicting on Goku, you're probably going to be looking at 1 mil, maybe just scraping over 1 million. You know, I don't think it's going to be anything higher than that. Which again, they're respectable numbers, but when it comes to the GT Goku event, those type of numbers is essentially chip damage, but it's a lot better than doing like 500-700k, you know, round about those regions. So I'll take 1 million in chip damage, but you know, if you can stall for as long as possible, then obviously the possibilities aren't endless. But you know, who's getting up to 99 turns when it comes to doing any event in the game? So you know, you can obviously get it higher. And again, mine is rainbowed, so you know, a little bit of extra damage here and there, and also a bit of extra defense, which in an event like Goku event is definitely not going to go amiss. But those two are going to do really well. On top of the fact they stack 50% every time they super attack, which is amazing, as I said, especially for an event like this, which is, you know, just one continuous phase that's ever changing. You know, on top of that, getting attack and defense plus 120, which, as I said before, for some reason, like almost every single Super Dragon Ball Heroes unit, Dokkan, Awakening, Easy A, you name it, for some reason, almost every single Dragon Ball Heroes unit got attack and defense plus 120 in their passive. Maybe there was just someone in the office while making these units were like, I really like the number 120. Can we just put that on everyone? They're like, yeah, sure. You know, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's pretty decent, especially again for these caliber of units, which aren't Dokkan Fest. You know, as I said before, they're kind of sidebanner units in terms of caliber and how good they are. Potentially, like as like a foundation. I'm not saying that's where their cap is. Like as like a foundation to a unit. Their caliber's around about sidebanner units, but for some reason, there's someone just sat there and thought 120. Oh, just on the Vegeta, no, 120. Every single one. I don't know why that was the thing, but Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. And of course, they get the additional attack plus 100% when there's another Vegeta's family category ally attacking on the same team, which Goku also gets respectively being on a Goku's family team, which is very nice. But even with the extra, you know, I say extra, technically it's the raising of attack and defense on top of the 120 they're already, like, he's already getting, and then the additional attack plus 100%. Even then, the numbers still aren't going to be insane. As I said, it's gonna be respectable. We're already actually over a 2 million attack stat now, so to be fair, we are still early doors. We're only on the Super Saiyan 2 phase, which we're actually going quite slow. But then again, that's not a bad thing because it means we have more time to build them up. So maybe my prediction's going to be wrong, but as I said, the longer you kind of stall it out, if you can, the better these two are going to perform for you. And the reason why I keep talking about both of them is because they're pretty much, I say pretty much, they are literally identical units. The only difference is one is Goku, one is Vegeta. One supports Goku's family, one, you know, supports Vegeta's family. Other than that, they're literally identical. They are literally identical. Can we? No. So for the time being, I'm actually going to do this while we have type advantage, and plus I can get you the 18, which you need to raise your defense. Other than that, that turn went quite nicely. So yeah, I do think they're going to be really good here. As I said, the only downside, if I was going to give them one, is for the fact they're not actually putting out, or they won't put out ridiculous or insane amounts of damage. They'll have good attack stats, as I said. We're already above 2 million. But in terms of the actual damage being dealt, you know, it won't be potentially anything ridiculous. But if we continue at the pace we're going, maybe I'll be eating those words. And the damage will be pretty decent, especially, and you know, like if you've watched my, you know, GT Goku event videos before, when we take units into this to see how they do, you know I have a soft spot for the int type units, or a unit that stacks attack, which of course Vegeta does both, and he falls into both of those categories. He stacks attack and defense, and he's an int type unit. So by the time we get to full power J4, and you know he's really well built up, he's going to be doing some extra damage. He's going to be taking next to no damage because of his defense being so high, and he will also have type advantage on full power J4 Goku. So it's just going to be a lot of fun. I mean, he's already taking triple and double digits against the type disadvantage Super Saiyan 3 phase. And he's hitting 1.6 milli crits. Again, bearing in mind, mine is Rainbow, so that is going to kind of get his attack and defense up a little bit quicker, and his damage is going to be a little bit inflated compared to when we do Goku, because again, Goku is only 55%, he's free duping the dupe system. But maybe I underestimated the power of my boy. Again, maybe it's the factor of him being rainbowed which is coming into play, but I'm definitely not complaining. The only thing I will complain about currently is the fact that I'm going to end up actually... You may think this is stupid, but I'm hoping the real fight begins now. Nothing can stop me now. I really wish I didn't put so many nows in his passive, but we move. Oh, really? Are you serious? I'm not gonna lie, I might pop the friend Vegeta's active because I want to save. I'm gonna do it because I want to save. To be honest, I actually haven't seen this myself since having GT. I know this isn't my Super Saiyan GT Vegeta, but still, I haven't actually seen this since they were released. I love these animations, man. Are you serious? Actually, we're fine. Technically, it worked. I was about to kind of just, yeah. Goku's literally survived by a pixel. As I said, I want to save the Dokkan attack, but we're fine. We could literally get one orb. We've even critted on the basic. So technically, that wasn't a waste. I would have preferred saving one of the actives, but it's okay. I'm actually gonna rotate SSB off for now because we do have type advantage with you. We're still gonna get a super attack off with the Xeno Super Saiyan Vegeta, and we're also gonna get a nice 18 key off with SSB at the end of the rotation, and then we'll get him back on. So that actually worked out quite well. It was a little bit prolonged, you know. As I said, I would have liked to have saved at least, you know, out of the two actives, at least one. But technically, it all worked out the way I wanted it to. You know, we saved the Dokkan attack for the Great Ape stage. We've actually got it with a type advantage unit. He's currently getting support right now from the Xeno Vegeta, you know, attack and defense plus 40%, so a bit of extra damage. If he crits, even better. which he didn't, but still 5 million damage is respectable. Can we get a counter right now? No, but it's okay. It's okay. 100k damage. We're going to get that all back in a minute. We're up to 2.6 million, so I'm definitely going to be eating my words. But there you go. As I said, you know, to be fair, we were hitting crits, but without a crit, you know, we've got the same rotation as before. Potentially more links off. I'm not actually entirely sure how many links we had active right there. But, you know, 700k, actually, you know, 2.6 million attack stat. But, you know, actually we done, you know, 2.6 million attack stat, but we actually did, you know, just over 700k damage. You know, the deeper we go in, the lot less damage Vegeta's going to be doing, obviously. But you see what I mean? You know, they're not going to be doing the most damage. As I said, that type advantage and him being fully built up, or built up quite a bit by the time we get to full Passage for Goku, is definitely going to be a nice extra chunk of damage. It shouldn't be too... Oh, we got the dodge! RNG is like literally patting me on the shoulder right now. He's like, you're okay. Got you, baby. I love that. So yeah, while the attack stat is looking good and we're actually building up actually at a pretty decent pace, so we're actually kind of taking a little bit longer than I thought it was going to take. I thought we were going to kind of rush through a little bit. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe my boy doesn't do that much damage as I thought he was going to be doing. Which is actually a good thing in this case, but you see what I mean? You know, just over 700k damage, but 2.6 million attack stat. It's okay. It's okay. Where are we actually up to? We're actually already at 1 mil. We're actually already up to just over 1 million. We have 436k defense. We're actually doing really well. We're building them up very nicely. We're going at a nice steady pace. Nothing too risky. You know, getting him built up, as I said, very nicely before we get to the full Passage 4 phase where he's going to shine the most with that type advantage. You know, the longer it takes to get through this event, the better he's going to be. Especially, again, with that extra added factor of type advantage. He's doing well. I mean, as I said, we're already up to over 1 million. We're doing very well. No Whis. No Whis. Do I rotate you off? That's a lot of attacks. So maybe I leave you here for now. At least that can... I mean, it doesn't really make a difference, because if I rotate you off, you don't need the damage reduction anyway, but I'm pretty... Actually, no, this Vegeta does have, like, what, 3 dupes? Yeah, 3 dupes. Does raise attack and defense on Super. Greatly, actually. I always forget what he does. Plus an additional attack and defense plus 10% perform a super attack per keys for obtained. Yeah, the only thing is his defense comes in after he's supered, whereas him, once I've taken like 1 or 2 hits, I'm fine. So I think for now I'm gonna do this. Give you them. We can even get the 18 off with you. I think we should be good. Yeah, we're only taking 11k and that's already down to double digits. I think we're fine, because then in the second slot, Super Saiyan GT Vegeta can super attack. He's got a decent amount of orbs. We're good. Yeah, that was a smart thing to do. That was a smart thing to do. And we saved an item. That was a smart thing to do. Now, of course, with both these Super Saiyan Xeno units, the only thing we're not kind of fulfilling or fully taking advantage of, very similar to, you know, the Super Saiyan 2 Trunks the other day when we took him into the ESBR stage, or just ESBR in general, is their support units. They're support units that are more than capable to hold their own in the more difficult events in Dokkan, which is great. You know, it's not often you're taking support units, you know, into ESBR, SBR, you know, GT Goku event. It's not often you're doing that anymore. It's just too difficult. These are support units that can hold their own, which is great. The only thing is we're not fully taking advantage of the fact that this guy is a support unit. You know, which is actually not a bad thing. You know, it's not the worst. But as I said, we're not actually fully taking advantage of what he's capable of, which, as I said, is the fact that he's a support unit. You know, to be fair, we are actually using his support, but, you know, he's not in that first slot where, you know, every time he comes around, he's supported both rotations, as a support unit usually does. But since he's on main rotation, whoever's on the rotation with him is getting supported, which is nice, especially because he doesn't share He would actually link up very nicely with one of the GT Super Saiyan Vegetas. I think just because they're Super Saiyan units, apart from like a few of the like Saiyan Raw and stuff, obviously. But he is supporting them, giving them extra key and attack and defense plus 40%. So the lack of links he may have with some of these units, he's kind of making up for that with the support, which is kind of nice. Of course, we're not fully using him to his full potential, which probably would be build him up, then put him as a floater, which, I mean, I could do when we get to full Power Stage 4, but that's when he's really going to shine. So that's the only part of him we're not fully fulfilling, which I don't think really matters here, if I'm being honest. If anything, it's actually kind of doing him a favor, and that is a lot of orbs. A lot of orbs, and that is also a lot of orbs. 9, can we get more? 10, 10, cool. Cool. Good turn, good turn. But yeah, maybe I actually put my Super Saiyan GT Vegeta on rotation with him, but then I don't really want to float the SSB Vegeta. Like, that's my guy. Plus, he's, to be fair, they're both int-type units, so maybe I just do it and get, like, more links off. Probably be better, but, like, I love SSB Vegeta, especially because mine's level 10 links, and he's so good with level 10 links. Like, he's going to do so well when we get to the full pass straight 4 phase, having the type advantage. Again, I say this all the time. I know the Year 6 UI Goku is the best unit in the game. I do not question that. He is the best unit in the game easily. He is better than Vegeta. As much as it pains me, really, had to dodge, of course. As much as it pains me being a Vegeta fanboy, I'm not gonna front. I will admit that he is better. Like, just, you know, he is better, no doubt. But the fact that he is better, which I accept, and I think everyone else in the Dokkan community accepts, that the Year 6 UI Goku is the best unit in the game, and obviously better than Vegeta. But then I don't get why in the same breath or in the same sentence people then knock him so bad of like, yeah, SSB Vegeta's trash, he's not even that good, he's very mid. He's not, he's really good. How much damage are you going to take on a super? 57 damage. 57 damage. 57 damage. And these two Xeno, Xeno, for some reason I keep getting confused between Xeno and GT. These Xeno Super Saiyan units are primarily support units for their respective family categories. And he's out here tanking double digits for 57 damage. Again, mine is rainbowed, so there is that, but even so, I mean, he's built up quite a lot. Like, he was on like over 400k defense, which for this phase is very good. Double digits, 57 damage. I said it before while we were in the Super Dragon Ball Hero celebration, like the crossover campaign. These Dokkan Awakenings, very, very good. Very good. Dokkan with the content recently, apart from the missing Super Saiyan 2 Kefla Easy A and like the free-to-play easy area for the Universe 6 units, the Kefla, the Kale, not the Kefla, the Kale and Caulifla and Kaba. Apart from the missing content there, other than that, the content has been on point. The Dokkan Awakenings on point. Easy A's on point. Very good. And these are no exception. No exception. So good. Oh, Trunks getting the crit, but he's literally survived with a pixel. You're telling me I couldn't get an additional there? To be fair, it means we get to build up Vegeta just an extra one more time before things get a bit juicy. Where we're up to 1.2 million and 545k defense. Literally, he's going to be... Goku is going to be doing no damage against my boy. No damage in the slightest. I mean, he's already doing no damage as it is. Super me all you want. Super me all you want. How much damage are you going to do? 54. We're up to 3.1 million attack stat. Again, this is what I mean. 3.1 million attack stat. We're not even hitting 1 million damage in terms of actual damage dealt. Which again, I guess is the only downside I can see on these units. Here we might be doing over 1 mil with a type advantage. But oh, you're going to be doing no damage against him. No damage at all. Okay. We're going to get the active off with you because why not? I'll hit you with an attack you won't be able to destroy. That was terrible, but we move. Oh, but these two are going to be perfect for this event. Perfect. Like, yeah, maybe at this point, if you know, if I wasn't trying to show him off, maybe at this point, you know, maybe after he's been built up, I mean, even prior to this, because, you know, I'd still be getting super attacks off of him. Maybe even like right now, if I was doing this normally, I rotate him off and have him support everyone else while being fully built up, where I don't have to now worry about him at all, even though I probably didn't have to worry about him like 4 turns ago. Like, he's taking less damage on a super than a fully built up damage reduction SSB Vegeta, who also has type advantage. Again, we have been building up his attack and defense the entire event, but still. Really? And no additional? Really? I got him a decent amount of orbs there as well, but I mean, at least we're out the way for the super, which means he's more than fine now, especially because he's greatly raised his defense, having the 18 key. I'll tell you what, the support would be, especially if the key was like the key placement wasn't, or the orb placement wasn't in our favor, having Xeno Super Saiyan Vegeta actually supporting being in that floater spot would actually be quite beneficial to the Super Saiyan 4 LR Vegeta. But he's not on main rotation, so we don't have to fully worry about it. We're almost at a 1.4 million attack stat. Literally, we're literally skimming 600k defense. We are literally skimming. Literally skimming it. I'm actually going to give you those because I kind of want to save the rest of those for the LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Make sure he gets his 18 key. Trunks going to super first. We're already over 400k defense, or 300k, I can't remember. We should be good. We should be good. Especially if he's supering first, which he is. 3.3 million attack stat. We see how much damage he's going to do now. There's a huge jump, obviously, because we now have type advantage. So, yeah, this is where he's really going to shine and start doing more than just essentially chip damage. And if he hits a crit, you know, things are looking great for him. He's probably going to be doing like 2 milli upward, which is fantastic for this phase. So, no, that's still quite a chunk. We got, I mean, we didn't get the most orbs. We got a decent amount. We supered, and we still took quite a decent amount of damage there with type advantage. But still, I'd prefer him super attacking the Super Saiyan GT Vegeta over the Trunks any day. We can have the revival mechanic off if we need it, which, to be fair, we don't, but... I'm not gonna pop an item just for the sole fact that if we do die, which I don't think we're gonna do on this turn at all. But if we do have the revival mechanic. So, I mean, I can save an item. I don't think we'll need it even at half health or near half health. But it's there. As I said, it means we can save an item. But so far, I'm thoroughly impressed with my boy. I mean, again, he is rainbowed, so there is kind of a few factors to take into consideration there. But I'm impressed. I'm impressed. He's sitting pretty right now. You do not have, like, as I said, they all shine in the longer drawn out events like Goku event, GT Goku event. Stacking will really come into play. I mean, you're literally seeing it now. Yes, the actual damage dealt is going to be chip damage. It isn't going to be great. If he gets a crit along the way, I mean, we've seen how much damage he can do. You know, you're sitting at like 1.5 milli crit early on, which is actually pretty decent considering the early stages of GT Goku event don't have that much health. I mean, by all means, attack me that many times. It's just you're not going to do anything, are you? See, there's one attack at the very end, but knowing my luck, that attack will be a super attack. I don't know. I'm gonna pop a snake. I'm gonna be safe because just not, as I said, knowing my luck, that attack at the end, it just will be like, it just will be a super attack, won't it? It just will be. Look at that. How many units in the game can take double digits on basic as against Goku, and then take double digits on super attacks? Yeah, that damage really does go up the type advantage, which is, again, as I said, where he will shine. Goku won't have the set. Really? You've dodged him again? Can't catch a break. He just refuses to let GT Super Saiyan Vegeta super attack him. He's just like, no. Fuck you, man. You know what? Oh, I'm really glad I popped this snake. This is still probably gonna hurt. Okay, not as bad. Not as bad. Not as bad. Not as bad. We are gonna get a Dokkan attack here. We're gonna give you them because then he can. Okay, there's actually only 7. I thought maybe we'd get a little bit more there, but that's okay. It's okay. Maybe I should have popped the Whis instead, because then we could have had a little bit extra protection in this turn, but I think we'll be okay, because this should do quite a bit of damage. Not as much as usual, because I don't think as many links as when we usually take, like, SSB Vegeta on, like, reps and Universe Survival Saga. He doesn't have as many links off as he usually does. We should still do some big damage. Type advantage, Dokkan attack. My boy, SSB is super attacking him as well. How much are we saying? 4 milli crit? No additional though. Can you not dodge this one? Thank you. Thank you. At least you didn't dodge the friend one because he had 3 dupes in him. So we might actually finish it here. No, we don't. Close, but no. Oh, the additional from Trunks. That means he's raised his defense twice. Even better. It's so nice that I had to do it twice. Taking 34 damage. Nice. We're sitting pretty. We are bulk. This whole team is literally bulk right now. So this will probably be the final rotation. We got Vegeta up to 1.6 million on his attack stat. And 709k defense. That is insane. As I said, we actually went at a slower pace than I thought we were going to go at. To be fair, this team probably doesn't do as much damage as Goku family, which is fine. It actually worked in his favor. 3.7 million attack stat to end off. He's actually the one to beat full power J4 Goku. 1.6 million damage. No crits on this stage, which I would have liked to have seen how much damage he would have done. But still, a lot better than the chip damage he was doing. Yeah, I mean, it's a support unit that you have no need to worry about in this event because you can just, as long as you take your time stacking, which we, as I said, we actually stacked at a steady pace. I mean, you saw how much he was up to. Over 1.6 million attack stat, over 700k defense. Fully built up for full power J4 Goku where he has type advantage. Starts doing pretty good damage. Tanks literally everything for double digits. And that type advantage came into play massively. I mean, these support units are very good. Goku will have a little bit less of an easier time than Vegeta not having the type advantage, especially at the end. But the Xeno Goku will still be very, very good for the fact he stacks. The greatly raised attack and defense is such an amazing thing to have on units that don't have as high stats of like typical units in the game. That was really good. He's really good. Let me know if you think down in the comments. Again, mine is rainbowed, but even so, I still think Goku would do well. But I'll see you in the next video, guys, and peace.